All right, everyone. So I'd like to welcome everyone to the show, Voices with Vanessa. Today's topic, learning to love your body. And I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Melissa. I'm originally from Tennessee. I met my husband out there and we moved over to Texas. We've been here for the last 11 years. We have 4 beautiful children. It's lovely to be here with everyone today. I'd like to say that my history, with learning to love my body was easy breezy, but it sure was not. I used to hate my body. If you can imagine 2 people doing fencing, that was me. I was on one end and on the other side was my body. Like it felt like it was a war. Every time I looked in the mirror, I wouldn't even look in the mirror. I would just put a hand to the mirror and be like, no, thank you. I don't want to see what's in the mirror because it's ugly. I mean, those were the words that came out of my mouth. If I could tell you the words that I used to describe my body, it would put you to tears. I mean, they were so negative. They were so demeaning. I haven't even called those names to other people ever. But to me, it was very easy for me to share that with my own body. I remember growing up seeing all these pictures of the magazines. My mom would go to the store, go shopping, and as we're checking out, there's this line of magazines. You see all these perfect women with, perfect skin, bodies, their abs are toned, everything's perfect. And I was like, well, I probably should look like that. Same thing, I'd watch television, movies, and I would be watching, be like, I wish I looked like that. I don't look like that. So I started dieting at a very young age, not eating these certain foods because they make you fat. I had these different ideals of what I was supposed to look like. I was on a hamster wheel of perfection, running around, trying to achieve this, going on this diet, exercising, trying to lose this kind of weight. It was years, decades even, that when I finally said, I've had enough. It finally dawned on me that my life was not about my body. How I look like, from the tips of my toes to the top of my head, I felt every single piece of me had to be perfect. That's not what life's about. I realized that every single one of us is born in a perfect palace. If we take this thing here that we call our body, we're like a palace made of gold. I finally started seeing well, my palace is different than this person's palace. I started realizing that every single palace was different. Some will come in with gems, other people are going to come in with shiny, whatever. Everyone is going to have a different palace. Our job to do is to learn to accept that we come in with these differences and learn to love those differences. And from there we can turn that acceptance and the love into a deep feeling of I'm okay. I'm okay being different. I'm okay with who I am. I don't look like them, but I look like me. I accept me and I love me. For me, that moment of acceptance and the realization that this house here is temporary changed everything for me. I started to love myself from the scars that I have, that I've been covering up for years, stretch marks that have, come on my body, wrinkles that have come up, gray hairs that have popped in, to everything. I started to learn to just love and embrace me. And it's been profound. And once we can do that, and we can let that obsession go with what we look like, then we can start to do the real work in the world that we're meant to be doing. And that's making a difference for other people. That's it. That's what my message is for today. I hope it's helpful. Remember, you were born into this world as a beautiful palace made of gold. Learn to accept that your palace is different. It's going to be different from everyone else. Learn to love who you are. And then you can start to do the real work you're meant to do here. Thank you all for watching Voices with Vanessa. I'm so honored to have been able to be on the show, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.